Welcome to Key to Success Academy. My name is Chandrasekhar Sen, and we are going to discuss about G.V. Desani. G.V. Desani is a part of Indian literature. Okay, so before this, we have studied. I just want to remind you, Mul Rajanand, Arkanarayan, and Raja Rao. So these writers are three pillars of Indian writing, and after that, we are going to study G.V. Desani. Okay, so G.V. Desani full name is Govindas Vishnudas Desani. Okay, you need to know his. So here he was born in the year 1909 and he died in 2000. Okay, here you can see the picture of G.V. Desani, so that this create the concrete image in your mind, right, in examination. Okay, so G.V. Desani was born in Nairobi in Kenya. So where his parents were working as wood merchant. Okay, so the family returned to Karachi. Karachi is the part of Pakistan now. Okay, so in 1914, where Desani was educated, he arrived in Britain at the age of 17 and to escape from an arranged marriage. So he did not want arranged marriage, that's why he escaped from that. So and he went Britain. Okay, so Kenyan born British Indian journalist, writer, and Buddhist philosophy. In his novels, you will find Buddhist philosophy and somehow something that is related to Buddhist philosophy, right? So he used to play with language, Indian dialects, and Anglo-Indian pidgin English, okay, to forge new mock epic style chutnification. Okay, so he plays with the language. Okay, if you want to become good writer, then you must have a skill of playing with language. If you are able to play with the language, then you will leave greater impact on the reader's mind, right? So if you have a skill, then it is good. If you don't, then get the skill of playing with the language. Playing with the language in the sense, playing with phrases, playing with words, playing with sentences, playing with idioms even, right? So that your language will be more impressive, so that you can leave the greater impact on reader's mind. So that's why G.V. Desani has good skill on playing with the language, right? So he is famous only because of the language. That's why the pidgin, he used pidgin. Okay, pidgin English means the English that let's see, first I belong to India and I know Hindi language, and someone who belongs to China, so and we meet together and we get together, so we don't understand each other. So here the pidgin language, the simplest language of English, that will work there to communicate to each other, right? So this is called pidgin English. So here pidgin English, and he forges new mock epic style that is called chutnification. He did not coin the term chutnification, but Salman Rushdie, right? So known as child prodigy, the child whose works is compared to adults' work, means the work the child creates, any child creates, then that works is similar to adults' work. Child is creating the similar works as adults' work, right? So this is called means how the child is intelligent, right? So this is the called prodigy. Means the in simple word you can call it the intelligent child is called prodigy. Okay, between his 7th and 12th year, okay, he managed to return away from home twice and was expelled from school at 13 as unteachable. He was unteachable. That's why at the age of 13 he was expelled. Okay, and at the third attempt to escape, he reached England. Okay, he keeps on playing with the language that allows him go beyond the Englishness of English. Who said this word? Salman Rushdie said this word. Go beyond the Englishness of English. Salman Rushdie said this word. Okay, with this reason he is called Lawrence Stern of India. Lawrence Stern of India. You need to note this point. Okay, so he is famous because of the language. He mixes or blended the language, Hindi, Urdu, and English and other languages. That's why he is quite famous in Indian writing. And from this, one of Salman Rushdie's interview, he accepted that child language, some languages or the techniques of mixing of languages, Salman Rushdie taken from this particular writer. Okay, you will get to know about the one novel all about H. Hatter. That was written by G.V. Desani. Okay, so here are two works only. First is novel all about H. Hatters that was published in 1948, and second is Halley. Okay, Halley. That is a prose poem that was published in 1952. Okay, let's jump and let's discuss about all about H. Hatter. Okay, that was published in 1948. This is the year, publishing year. Okay, so all about H. Hatter. Here H is representing Hindustan wala hatter. Hat means topi in Hindi we call it topi. So the here protagonist puts topi or hat on his head, and he goes for the journey. He goes seven cities, and he meets seven sages. Okay, we will discuss about the seven sages and what's the name of seven sages. Okay, so here Anthony Burgess call it. It is the language that makes the book. It is the only language. Okay, it is the only language. Language is that the language only makes this book important. That's why he's called. It is the language that makes this book. Okay, it's impure English, just like Shakespearean, Joycean, and Kipling's. It has wonderful tastes and funs. You will find some comic things, just fun, and here the protagonist also do mocks the people, and he makes fun of the people wherever he goes. Okay, so it is compared with James Joyce's Ulysses, as it is incomprehensible in single reading. Okay, so James Joyce called it just himself called Ulysses as this is the work that will keep the readers, researchers, professors will keep these things. This novel will keep the researcher, professor, and other PhD holders busy for 100 years. So it means it is very hard to understand these works. That's why it is also compared. It is all about H. Hatter is also very hard to understand at first reading. So that's why it is also compared with James Joyce Ulysses. Ulysses is also incomprehensible. It is very hard to understand at first reading. Okay, that's why it is compared with. It represents Hindustan wala hatters. Okay, this H represents Hindustan wala hatter. Hatter means who wears the hat, topi, who is Anglo-Malay man who searches for the wisdom and enlightenment. Okay, here the protagonist H. Hatter goes for to get wisdom and enlightenment, and for this he goes and he meets seven sages, right? And different sages suggest different things, and it has divided into 7 chapters. It was introduced by T.S. Eliot and E.M. Foster. Okay, and T.S. Eliot takes this work in modern point of view, and here is the E.M. Foster, whose work Passage to India is quite famous. Okay, so T.S. Eliot says about its imagery as often terrifying effective. Okay, E.M. Foster says that it keeps evoking heights above the semicity of normal achievement. Okay, semicity means summarizing the things, right? It is the evoking the heights above the summarizing things, right, or achievement. It is written in picaresque in mode. Okay, and this is the novel influenced Salman Rushdie, the forged new narrative style in English that is called chutneyfication. The chutneyfication term was coined by Salman Rushdie, and that concept was taken by him from this novel all about H. Hatter, because H. Hatter is only famous because of the mixing of the language, mixing of Hindi, English, Urdu, or other languages. So that's why it is the mixing of language. How do we make chutney? Okay, in India we put red tomato, green chilies, and green coriander leaves, and some salt, and we mix and grind up it, and we make it chutney. So this is that's why it is called chutneyfication of the language. Okay, language and cultures. So okay, whoever he meets, so he meets 7 sages. Here are the list of sages. First sage is the sage of Calcutta and sage of bitterness. He is quite bitter in his manner, in his nature. Okay, second sage is sage Rangoon. He says the desire for women is the root of all woes. Therefore, the desire in man should be vanished, should be eliminated, should be extinguished, right? That desire should be eliminated from the human mind or man, right? So and the third is the sage of Madras, works as stock exchange business, and the fourth is Sadanand. Sadanand means if you break this word, then you'll get Sada Anand. So it is called always happy. Okay. Sage of Bombay. Here the Sage of Bombay. It tries to reunion with haters with physically and spiritually. And next is Sage of Delhi. He says reality of words is mystery. He says that reality of word is mystery. If you know the word's reality, if you know the word's reality more and more, then you will get only mysticism here. There is something bizarre, something very deep meaning. Okay, that's why the Sage of Delhi says that reality of word is a mystery. Okay. So word of Nagas. Nagas means the sadhu, Naga sadhus. Okay. So this sadhu steals the money of H hatter. Okay, wherever he goes. So Naga sadhu steals hatter's money. Here the Pandit Pancham here next, and it is the last sage. He is fat and his satsang is attended by H hatter. Okay, so this is the all about H hatter. Okay, H hatter means here the protagonist who puts a hat on his head and he goes for the journey to get the wisdom and to get the enlightenment, and for this he goes seven cities. Okay, and he meets seven sages, and different sages he gets to know something from there, and different sages talks about different perspective of the life, right? And he gets knowledge from there, and because of and while going there, he goes to city and he meets to different people, and whenever he meets, he mocks the people, he makes the fun of the people, right? And he is in a joyous mood, right? So somewhere he tells lie to the people, so he enjoys the journey, his journey, right? So this is all about H hatter, that was published in 1948. This is the main novel. This is the main work of G.V. Desani. Okay. So last, just we talk about, we need to solve the question. It was previous question first. Which of the following novels acted as an influence on Salman Rushdie in forging a new narrative style in English? New narrative style means mixing or blending of languages or culture. So here we have studied G.V. Desani's All About H Hatter. This is the novel that was published in 1948. And this novel influenced Salman Rushdie to forge chutnification of the language, right? So you will get chutnification of the language, or mixing of the language, or mixing of the culture in Midnight Children, that was published in 1981. That was published by Salman Rushdie. Okay. So next question is, this is Desani's work, All About H Hatters, is written in which form? In picaresque mode. Okay, we have studied. So this is all about G.V. Desani. So next chapter we will discuss Khushwant Singh, and next chapter will be, I'll let you know. Okay, so this is all about G.V. Desani. So thank you for watching this video, and if you are preparing for any kind of examination and looking for any coaching center, then do join our courses. Courses are available, and many courses are ongoing. Thank you for watching this video.